Jeez. Good morning, YouTube. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas and got everything you wanted and needed. And we're back in the regular world now. And what do I see? I told you guys a couple weeks ago that this motherfucker here, he's content. If you, honey, I could go on about this fool every single day. Every day he says something stupid, something that's a goddamn lie. Every single day, right? So here I am dozing off, only partially awake. Hold on, hi, Kenita Russell. Wild Seed and Dog Liquor. Rainy Boo. I am Miss Red. Keisha. Keisha Paul. Hi, Seattle girl. Good to see you. Rafi. Excuse me. Let me get myself together first. Raphael. ABA. I hope y'all all had a good Christmas. Mine was just fine. About what I expected. Here's what I'm here to talk about, right? But first, since a lot of times you guys think I exaggerate or I have such a disdain for this person that I don't see things clearly, right? So we're going to have to resort to the receipts, correct? So prepare yourself. I want y'all to hear exactly what I'm talking about before I begin talking about it. Here we go.
Don't go over there being a fool and ain't get paid for it. If you're gonna cry,
let's enjoy
your channel and make sure you monetize. That's all.
Come on, nigga.
But you all look. I don't want no leadership positions. I just want to get paid. And again, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Honey, this Uber job, this Uber office job, is really good.
Freeze frame. Let's go back.
He ain't in law school. Good morning, Pastor Jay. Don't you think Rico looks like?
No, Did y'all catch it first time? Or do I gotta keep playing? Hold on.
You know, Rico can't let stuff go. And my thing is, if you're gonna be a fool, at least get.
I can't believe how bad I am with this red ball stuff, even on the TV. We're gonna go here. Oh, I know. Okay. I use the big buttons. Okay.
Hold on. House in a car. Hello, somebody.
Okay.
Now let me say this, you all. I really don't get into the view. Let me tell you what, y'all. I'm tell you, baby. I showed y'all what I look at when I put my phone.
I can't read about this again. Did y'all get it the first time? This fool just came on there and said that he enjoyed what he was currently doing, right? And he mentioned then the Uber office job. This Uber, oh, thank you, Keisha Paul. Your generous self. Thank you for super chat, honey. I appreciate you. This fool sit up here talking about he is enjoying what he's doing. Then he mentioned the Uber office job, right? So as far, I don't watch a whole lot of that. Usually somebody sends me over there. Oh, you caught it. Uber office job, right? Now, y'all know that the last 6 months he's been saying he has this highfalutin career of his where they're paying him $80,000 on this job, right? And then we hardly heard anything about the job. And recently, we've seen that he has been on here making 3 and 4 and 5 hour videos every single day 2 and 3, some days, 2 and 3 videos, just like the old days, right? And then we see he's always talking about being in the Uber, and he got to clock off because he got to do an Uber run, and he got to do an Uber ride. And now what do we hear? Now we hear that he has got an Uber office job, Mr. 5 Degrees. Uber office job. So I'm trying to ask you, Jay Wilson, if you have been driving for Uber and you have been driving for Uber Eats, which explains why you're always in the car lately, and you have even gotten a car, we don't know if Uber got it for you, forced you to get it, or you just got it because Uber is your entire life now, cab driver. But the thing is, you have said a goddamn thing about leaving this highfalutin job you had, right? Remember the career job? How y'all can't get it? Or what y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do when Uber leave you? Uber gonna leave you. Told me, you ain't gonna get no more Social Security card. You gotta worry about the government shutting down. Bitch, well, girl, it ain't shut down in 100 years. So whatever, girl. The point is this. If you have got Uber Eats, driving Uber, making 3 to 6 hour videos on YouTube every day, girl. And now we find out that you have an Uber office job as well. That would explain why you up at 2 o'clock in the morning working on a goddamn job, girl. Because we starting to say, what the fuck? Who in the hell in San Antonio needs a Uber at 2 o'clock in the morning? Usually that would include businessmen going up to the airport. They got to be there a certain time, whatever. But he's been saying he's been placed somewhere and he got to get off work. Somebody said, well, what kind of highfalutin job is this? This career he has, girl, he's working the graveyard, the midnight graveyard shift, girl. I mean, there are only so many businesses that operate those hours, right? And now we see he is got an Uber office job. So Jay Wilson, you lying piece of shit. When were you going to tell us that you had been fired again? Even though you came on here 6 months ago and said that this new job you had, it was what did you say? It was a 2-year contract? Well, so much for contracts, honey. As I told you before, the moment those people figure out that you are incompetent, they're not getting anything out of you. It is a waste of their resources, girl. They fire you just like every other job has fired you. You never did tell us what happened over there at the prep people. You came in here and made a big thing about somebody doxing you, bitch, but you ain't addressed the issue. The issue is you didn't have no job, girl, which means you were fired again. So now you got to be fired because there are only so many days in a week and so many hours in a day, Jay Wilson, right? So basically, you work for Uber. You can't laugh it off no more. Oh, they say I work for Uber. Oh, they say I work for Uber. Now yeah. Oh, I do work for Uber. Oh, I do work for Uber. Oh, I'm gonna add you Uber Eats. Girl, I feel sorry for the people who are receiving French fries. Anyway, now you have let it come out your own goddamn mouth, boy. You are working for Uber. That is the job you're going to, right? So we want to know, or at least I want to know, what has happened to this job? Since you always seem to be obsessed with a job. Oh, he got a job. He got a job. I got a job. Okay, since you all are obsessed with jobs, explain to us again why you cannot keep a job, Jay Wilson. Explain to me again why you're not ignorant and stupid, a waste of resources, right? So these people who you thought you had a contract, you thought for sure you could rip them off for a couple of years, girl. And then they figured your ass out right off the top, girl. And they said no. He tried to keep a job. They say no. He said, I'll work extra. They said no. Oh yeah, little baby. You gotta go. Go. Jay Wilson. So you're just gonna go right on pretending that you're working at this damn career of yours. You're going to keep on pretending that they're paying you $80,000 a year. You're going to keep on pretending that you're getting $2,000 a month from YouTube, which no YouTuber really believes that. They see what the numbers are. We're looking right at it, girl. It ain't no different than nobody else's. Unless you're running a commercial, you always talk about your commercial. Unless you're running them every 2 minutes, girl, you're not getting anything more than anybody else, bitch. The numbers are right there. Now she claims she came on today and she said, oh, if they wouldn't have took my page down, I'd be at 22,000 right now. What? How are you going to determine what your numbers would be? The fuck? So you took you 3 years to get to what you claimed was 15,000, and now you said that 6 more months you would have been at 22,000. All this thousand, and yet you still will not show us the number. Now you're leaving up this number for Jay Wilson. Let me tell you something, boy. You're not speaking to an idiot like yourself. Every number that you got now, all of those numbers, girl, came from your original page, right? So only the numbers you got now are the same numbers, bitch. So you are always down around 4,000 or 5,000 people. That's all that ever signed on to you. And as I said many times, girl, the amount of subscribers, girl, doesn't mean shit, right? You just carrying around subscribers. How many people are watching you? Between 2,000-4,000 people. Same numbers as the majority of us, girl. You ain't getting shit. You ain't getting no $2,000 from shit. You ain't working 3 positions at Uber, girl, because you're so goddamn rich. I want to know what happened to this career. Didn't you come on here and say you were in a program that trained you for the career? Didn't you say that? So some people said chaplain, whatever, some of the easiest stuff to do, you know. Those are temporary jobs. It's basically a temp job, right? You completed the chaplaincy or whatever the temporary assignment was, similar to like a Job Corps kind of thing, and they placed you on a job. Oh, you are all bragging, as you do everything. You'll brag about a toothbrush, nigga. You got a new toothbrush. Here's what you should say. Hooray for the toothbrushes. Jay Wilson. Can we talk about that job now since you no longer have it? Oh, no, you can't spend this one, baby. You said out of your own motherfucking mouth. I can't read about this thing here because the numbers move, right? As long as because he's still on there talking. So that you can't say, oh, go to 129 in 33 seconds because the numbers continuously moves and changes and shit, right? And I just don't have the patience. That voice, it grades on me. But y'all heard it clear enough. Y'all can hear it in the replay. Hi, darlings. Caught again. So, Jay Wilson, since you're such a person who is so afraid of being doxxed, and you know you have hours and hours and hours about giving your information, you're gonna be doxxed, you're gonna be about. Why did you come on here, girl, running your mouth, not paying attention, and drop that you have an office job at Uber? How many Uber offices can they have in San Antonio? So now you've exposed where you work, girl, right? Now, I know you're going to try to bury this and spin this story because the last thing you want to be doing is dox on your pitiful ass job because we don't know when you're going in and out of them. All we know for sure is that you're constantly being fired. You cannot hold a job after all these years on the planet, girl. You should have learned these principles, girl, back when you were in high school, girl, when you were still flipping burgers, girl. You should have learned how to show your ass. You think you can just show up and just collect people's money, right? For you, a work assignment is not to come and actually work or do anything, girl. It's just to get there and get their money for as long as you can get it before they fire you, right? So now you've doxed your own goddamn self. You've told these people where you work, who you work for, what town you work in, girl. And if they wanted to find you, bitch, it'd be very easy to do. Why? Because of your own goddamn mouth. So now who are you going to blame this one on? Seems like you always got to blame somebody. Look what they did. Look what they... No, nigga. And then a lot of us would like to hear about the job. Since you don't have it anymore, obviously. How can you take a 2-year contract, girl, and manage somehow to be fired from it in 3 to 4 months? Or we don't know how long you've been off that other job. We just know you start talking a whole lot about Uber in the last couple of months. And you start showing up on here 3 times as much as you were showing when you got the job with this highfalutin place, right? Or you say you're going to leave. You ain't said a goddamn thing about this place since then. Because, they're going to dox me. They're going to dox. Yeah, if they doxed you, Jay Wilson, what they would have found out was that once again, you are lying and you had been fired before. You no longer work there, girl. This is your great fear. You ain't worried about nobody embarrassing you on the job, girl. You worried about somebody finding out that you've been fired again and again and again and again. And we only know this number about Delta Airlines, girl. You worked there 10 years, you said. Well, once you say it was 10 years, then you say it was 8 years. So we don't know how many years is actually involved in this damn thing, right? At Delta and in this school thing. The only reason we think some people believe that you had those jobs for so long is the only information they have is what you told them, right? So we don't even know that you ever held a job, right? I'm still trying to put together them thighs with them little owls in Delta. I don't know how you could do it. Y'all go over there. Well, I should tell people to go over there. So just feeding him. Y'all want to catch him in a lie. If you just read about this right here or go back to the replay, you'll see that he said out of his own goddamn mouth that he had an Uber office job. And he's admitted multiple times every damn night that he drives for Uber, and he's added Uber Eats. He's got Uber Eats, he's got Uber regular, and he got a Uber office job as well. And now he's on YouTube, 2 and 3 hour videos 2 or 3 times a day, right? Now, where would you have a time to have an 8-hour job somewhere else, Jay Wilson? Still lying, still running your goddamn mouth. I got a job. I got a girl. You are a chronic temp. That's what you are, Jay Wilson. You're just a temp. You should work for temp agencies, bitch. I told you, I talk about him every day. I should change my name to the Smackdown of Jay Wilson. May as well. The bitch got something stupid in her mouth every damn day. But this was a slip up. This was a mistake. I don't want to bore you guys. We trying to red ball to figure out where exactly it was again. I don't, because I know I'm slow with this mechanical shit. Hold on a minute.
I mean, so we know what he gives.
We know what you give, nigga. You give Uber Eats. You give Uber cab driver. And now you give Uber desk job. You just Uber.
Even with me, you know, I got some advice for some people. And they said, this is what you need to do.
Girl, shut up. We don't want to hear no more of your advice. Shut up. Hi, y'all. Y'all have a good Christmas? The real Clark H. Dallas, Texas? Okay. Hi, the real Clark H. Dallas, Texas. Do you know Wiley? That's Wiley's town. What'd he do now? Lord have mercy. I don't know, Wild Seed. We called him in a lie again. He come on there talking about he works for, he has a desk job or office job at Uber as well as driving Uber Eats. He also has a desk job there as well. Now, I don't know if Uber hires part-time employees or is he a full-time employee for Uber, get off of Uber, go and do his Uber, accept rides, and then do the Uber Eats all at the same goddamn time. But that is the boy from Uber, honey. Ain't no other careers, ain't no $80,000 careers. So they hired you for a $80,000 job, right? This nigga gets fired in 3 months. What did that tell you? It tells you that he was never qualified to do the job he was pretending that he could do. He is one of these people who just gets jobs and then hangs around until they figure out that he is an incompetent asshole and they get rid of him, girl. It's happened over and over and over and over again in this boy's life. Since he's been on here, he's had 5 jobs. It's been in 2 years. Right? But all he want to talk about somebody's jobs. Oh, I want that job. And then worry about somebody else's where they get their income from. Nigga, I think you should be worried about where you get your goddamn income from, punk. Working around the clock to try to stay in that big ass, ugly ass house. For what? Excuse me. I mistake again. It's not a big ass, ugly ass house. It's just a house, honey. That's all it is. A track house, girl. They put them up 3-4 months, girl. The whole neighborhood. It ain't shit, and he ain't shit, right? But it's strange the things he chooses to pick on people about. I would say, nigga, my income is a lot more secure than yours, girl. Considering you been on here, you had 5 jobs in 2 years. I think I'm much more secure than you, bitch. Anyway. Let me try to catch up with y'all. Who cares about Wilson? Well, Keisha, I'm sorry, baby, but a lot of people do. They love to come on here and hear that boy get his head knocked off because he deserves it, right? Since he has figured that it's worth it to him to be talked to in so harsh a way, because he keeps on poking and poking and poking and poking because he gets a coin from it, right? So if that's the game he wants to play, then we're simply helping him. So he should be saying, thank you, Timothy Blaine, for knocking me upside my goddamn head again and catching me in yet another lie. Now he's exposed himself. He's so afraid of who doxed him. Oh, they doxed me. Ain't nobody doxed you, bitch. Tracy did a one-time employment verification on your ass because she already suspected you were doing the exact same thing you're doing now, girl. And she found out you didn't work there. That's what we're finding out today, girl, with your statement that you are working at Uber and a desk job. Now, unless Uber is hiring part-time employees, I don't know how they would fit. You would fit in another 8-hour job or 4-hour job. No, it seems to me that you are working for Uber in the desk capacity. They have had to take you on because you lost another job. So that means at some point you were out of work and you appealed to Uber, or they posted it on their board in the office, girl, that we're also looking for an office worker. And you said, oh, I can do that. I can do that, right? But you couldn't do that, Jay Wilson, if you were working on an 8-hour job. If you had a career, an 8-hour job, girl, it would probably be more than 8 hours. Most salaried employees, girl, they end up working more than 8 hours. They're not like the regular employee just working on the job, right? So you've been lying again, Jay Wilson. You have been caught in the exact same thing you were caught in before, only this time it's by your own hand and your own mouth. Right? Am I making it up or what? Oh, I got 2 full-time jobs. Oh, that's 16 hours. Okay, what else do you do? Girl. He may be lying to act like he working at Uber because everyone says he does. No, Jessica. Out of that boy's mouth, he let slip out that he was working at an office job. His office job at Uber is just fine. Don't make me have to find it, Jessica. Don't make me have to find it, girl. It's Dev's job at Uber is just fine.
I'm telling y'all, YouTubers, keep your personal.
Shut up, girl. Personal. Oh, wait a minute. You want to give everybody advice?
Personal life. Personal.
Right. Well, why do you just slip then and tell us that you're working at Uber at a desk job? Like I said last week, I just said glorified secretary somewhere, right? Girl, I had no idea how right I was, girl. I had no idea how right I was, honey.
Don't mix up the two.
Shut up, girl. Where was I? Was I before? I hate the way this thing.
With that Tasha K situation.
Uh-huh.
I think.
Yeah, who gives a fuck what you think, bitch? I can't really bother. I wonder if they do that on the computer too, where
as a friend, I'm coming on here on my own.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not the court of law, but I want to see what the courts are gonna say, and this is what we see so far.
Miss Thing, we don't see shit. We see you work for Uber. Okay, I don't get the patience. How y'all doing today? So Jessica, I don't agree with you. You said he might be lying to act like he working at Uber because everyone says he does Uber. He does do Uber. Girl, he does Uber. He does Uber Eats, and he works for them, girl, at a desk job out of his own mouth. An office job as well. It was no plan. There was no kiki, no laughing in it, no smiles in it, nothing, girl. He just said rolled off the top of his mouth because it is the truth. And if you let them talk long enough, you're going to find out the truth. Like my friend Eddie said, who is no longer with us. He said, baby, all you got to do is let him keep on talking. And that's what we're experiencing now. He done keep on talked his ass into the truth, honey. Don't understand how he said he is oh yes, phenomenal Scorpio. Phenomenal Scorpio. He also says he's at gym. He said he was at the gym, but carried a 2-hour live and had his computer there at the gym. With one of the employees say, "Oh, you can't record it here." How he going to the gym? He's already working 26 hours a day, child. Lord have mercy. Uber doesn't have office jobs. Their customer service reps are in India somewhere. Well, I don't know, AB. I'm just reporting what the boy said, honey. He said his office job was doing him well, right? He ain't said nothing about that goddamn career of his, girl. And that is really pitiful when you have been offered a 2-year contract. That means that the employer agrees to review you in 2 years, right? This nigga has managed to lose that job again. He's done lost the job in 3 to 4 months. We're assuming it's been between 3 and 4 months. We don't know how long he was unemployed before he applied to work at Uber, right? He might have lost it right off the top, girl. He might have turned in some kind of paperwork, and the people say, "Are you serious?" And he was immediately called down to that place. Or the people at A&R have went through, girl, and found out his real background, girl, with all these goddamn nigga. What you have? 50 jobs? You lied on your application. That disqualifies you. The current contract is null and void. Lost another. Here we go again. Here we go again. Oh, here we go again. The sound of the Wilson voice irks my soul, girl. Baby, I go in there for ammunition. It never occurs to me that I could find this shit every single day. Every day, he's either lying, girl. He's bragging about some bullshit that shouldn't be bragged on, girl. He's done talked some bullshit. This whole new career of his is all bullshit. That's why he ain't said a goddamn thing about it, bitch. And then I guess he would just wait. And then when somebody actually found out where he worked, oh, they doxed me. No, nigga, you came on here lying again, saying you were working somewhere where you weren't. How long did it take for you to get rid of the job? And let's talk about the job since it's gone now. You don't work there no more, right? So can we know what it was now, at least, girl? Is everything got to be a lie and a spin? Mm-hmm. He says it as a joke, but is probably telling the truth at the end of the day. Child, he is telling the truth. He started off saying it as a joke when he thought he had this damn career of his. He started off saying, "Oh, they say I drive for Uber." He was driving for Uber even then, girl. All it is, hello, you want to take this ride? Okay, I'll take it. That's kind of the job, right? So he was already doing it to make ends meet, right? But at some point, he lost that job. And you notice how much Uber is in his mouth lately? Because he works for them, drives for them. He Uber eats for them. That's another driving assignment. And now he's done walked his ass into an office job because he's never mentioned working for an office job. And I don't agree that these people are all in Indonesia and all this kind of shit. We have an Uber. I have an Uber Eats. If I get on the train in front of my apartment, the next stop is what? Uber. And Uber has, here in San Francisco, a 10-story building. They're taking over an old building, 10 stories. And behind the Uber building, they have built another structure, which is higher than the original structure. So no, they're not all in Indonesia, girl. They're right here. Yes, Uber does employ employees. It has been a fast-growing company, and he works there. He probably walked past a board or something where they post jobs available. And they said, we have an opening. And that's what he's doing, girl. He's doing the exact same job you could have done if you graduated high school. Mr. 5 degrees. I thought college was supposed to teach you how to think. Where it wouldn't matter where you, what kind of job you would learn, you would be able to function. Look at my dog. Excuse me. Hey, what you doing in there? What? Oh my goodness, what you doing there, Squeenie? What are you doing there? You smell your daddy's feet? What you doing up under that cover, boy? Oh, daddy, you ain't paying me no attention. Mm-hmm. Most office jobs are day shift. Well, apparently he working around the clock, girl. All trying to go in there and pretend that she's a white woman, girl. All my neighbor white. All my neighbor white. I got one next door. I got a black one next door, and then one up on the corner. Trying to pretend he's a damn success. Girl, sit your ass down, Jay Wilson. Sell that piece of shit, that piece of cardboard house, girl, and go out there and maybe you can get a few pennies. I don't know how much equity you actually can get in the house in 7 years. Yeah, well, I've been in my house 7 years. What the fuck is 7 years, girl? You ain't paying nothing but interest, bitch. Girl, I don't know if you can pull anything out of that if the price in the neighborhood has gone up any. Because in Texas at this point, they're constantly competing with new construction because there is so much new construction, girl. So if you can sell the damn thing for anything more than it's worth, it's probably worth about the same thing you bought it for 7 years ago, girl. You can get anything. Get your ass situated, Jay Wilson, for your retirement because it's coming up on you very soon, girl. Soon and very soon, you are gonna meet Uncle Sam. Soon and very soon, you will eat off of his branches. All the seniors got to worry about the government closing down, he said. Girl, okay, why is it important about his job? Because he talks about his job so much, Mary Pratt. Mary Pratt Joyce, Uncle Tim, why is it so important about his job? Or about our Social Security check? He started it, the girl. He has made it his mission, girl, to say that I'm on Social Security. Like that's a shameful thing. I'm gonna be, it's a shame. Oh, he living off the government. He doing what 80% of Americans going to do, girl. Right? Anyway, he makes it a big thing, girl. Since he has to brag about everything, he always want to talk about he has a job, girl. And we've seen, so this is number 6. He done had 6 jobs in 2 years. Now you tell me, is that significant or not, honey? For somebody who's always bragging about they got a job. He bought a new car because Uber has requirements as to how old your car can be, and then call yourself an Uber driver, right? It reflects upon their company. So either they have financed his new car, or they have forced him to buy a new car, or they've merely suggested that he get a new car. It's all because his whole life now is Uber. That's what if you notice, every time he says anything about work, it's always about Uber. Uber and YouTube. And he said he get $2,000 a month from YouTube, which all of us who are on here know that's a goddamn lie. So why is he lying about it? All that curse behind where a person will work and make that make sense. Baby, I curse anyway. I'm sorry, Mary Pratt. I'm sorry, Mary Pratt. I know y'all been trained to think, oh, you said a bad word. Oh, going to hell. You're going to hell. You said fuck. That's not how I believe, Mary Pratt. So if you're a very religious woman, now I'm trying to figure out, Mary Pratt. Obviously, you listen to and respect Jay Wilson, right? I'm trying to understand that if you think a curse word is sinful, I assume that's what you're suggesting. How are you not offended by the antics of Jay Wilson? You're not offended by the stomp down? Does that mean because there's a package deal, right? So you and Miss Vivian go over there. Y'all call him pastor. Jay Wilson has chosen to make this his career. I guess we are the career, girl. Mary Pratt. You have to just listen. If you want to, girl, if it feels good. If it feels good, go on over there with Wilson, girl. Don't forget to like and share. Okay. Hi, y'all. Hi, Nikki. Nikki with the eye patch baloo. Happy holidays. Mm-hmm. What happened to his job at the church? I don't know, Levy one ugly one. What happened to his job at the church? They hire him to sing. They hire him to sing somewhere, right? And then he comes on and brags about how much he got paid for the job, right? And then next week there is no job, right? So after they have one experience, one of the Jay Wilson experience, girl, none of them invite him back, right? They only need one dose of that, right? That's usually because either the musician is sick, out of town, has another gig, some important gig they have to do. They'll call in an emergency person, right? So he gets last minute calls, girl, and he never get called back, so he can go and brag about the next one he rips off. That's what that is. I don't know how many churches they have in San Antonio, girl, but he's just working his way through the churches, child. Because I don't think anybody wants to hear that more than once. Please. Who gives a damn about folks' welfare? Well, they say Mary Pratt. Let me see. Who gives a damn about folks' welfare? You don't. I get $6,000 a month. Social Security. Ooh, honey. Oh, are you single, Mary Pratt? Oh. Retirement. Thank God, my old ass. You worked 37 years. That's right. Well, Mary Pratt, that's yours, honey. But God has for you. It is for you. Oh, you know he done provide. Child, he feels like he has to constantly put people down. That's what his interest is in welfare. His interest is in food stamps. They say, "Oh, I pay tax. My tax money. Oh, I paid the tax money." Ooh, this thing. If that nigga don't shut the fuck up, like his tax bill is gonna go down 1 penny. If the whole state of Texas, girl, all got on welfare on the same day, that would not decrease his tax burden, not even 1 cent. He always wants to put himself up on high, everyone else down low, because that is an insecure. I know you don't like this language, but I have to say it. That is an insecure little bitch. That's what he is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that offends you. But for someone like Jay Wilson, you have to swing low. You have to swing low for Jay Wilson. Because nothing affects him, girl. He feels that, oh, you cussed him out. Oh, I got a coin from it. That's all he's interested in. I got a coin. Why you need all these coins, nigga? You were a career man a month ago. We are assuming it was a month ago. We don't know exactly when this transition happened, but he's been off that job. He announced that job 3 months ago, girl, and he is already off of it. And you think it's not significant from a punk who's always on here talking about somebody else's house, somebody else's income, somebody else's children, somebody else's dog? I mean, he got so much to say about everyone else's living conditions, girl. And then he goes in there and lies and exaggerates about his own living conditions. And then you think we're not going to talk about it, girl? I mean, this motherfucker asked me in Atlanta, girl, what is it about YouTube? Why do you hate me so much, Tim? What is it? I mean, what is it that I do on YouTube that is so offensive? I say, you know what? I really don't like people getting in my personal life, honey. I think it's disrespectful. I think it's since then, girl, virtually every day, he comes on and talk about what? The thing I said annoys the shit out of me, girl. I don't like people in my personal business, right? Like any grown person, certainly anybody in the 60s, girl. We don't like people announcing our personal business as if it was their business, girl. Right? And he says it over and over and over and over and over again, right? And he said, I don't know what his problem is with me. Are you crazy? It is the lack of respect. Now, as an older lady, Mary Pratt, you should understand that, girl. How you want somebody? Now, you can say you make $6,000 a month. That's fine. You know why? Because that's your business. If you want to say it, you can say it, girl. But how would you feel somebody else going there looking up your checks, girl, and not saying how much money you get? Would that not be disrespectful? Asking all about your husband. Would it not be disrespectful? Right? I told that punk that, and she done had it in every video ever since then. Right? So we ain't got no tears to spill for No Jay Wilson on this channel, honey. Nothing. I don't give a goddamn I'm right or wrong. It don't make no difference to me. I got nothing for him, honey. Don't cry for him, you too. The truth is, he never loved you. He wanted coins. We kept our promise. Now keep your distance, nigga. Ain't my damn no goddamn David Wilson child. Mary Pratt, you did good, girl. I wish I got $6 grand. Baby. I ain't getting nothing like that. But you put your time in, girl. That's how Social Security is, girl, putting your time in, honey. That's why they taking it out every week. Every time you open that checkup, you get a little tear in your eye, girl. Remember, honey, this is my Social Security, honey. This is for my retirement. Yeah, the camera slipped it. Showed his office desk. He worked, okay, Candy Jones. Uncle Tim, I think he's working as a chaplain overnight. Well, that was attached to the old job. Remember when he had the program? That was, we suspect, a chaplaincy, which anybody you can get a chaplaincy if you have just the bare minimum of education, because all a chaplain does is go through the hospital. We already kind of figured it out because he was always talking about he was working in the hospital around doctors all day, but yet he wasn't in the medical field. Well, that's a chaplain, right? That was the program. After he finished the program, which I think was something like 6 months, then they placed him somewhere. And that's probably that office that you saw, right? But we had no confirmation that that was an Uber office, right? But I suspect that was that job he was to have, where he said they paid him $80,000. Oh, come on here announcing how much you get paid, nigga. He bragging about that, how all the benefits he gonna get, how he gonna leave YouTube and all that kind of shit, girl. That was then. Who am I talking to? Candy Jones. We're talking about now. Today, he said it was an obvious slip of his tongue because he talked so much. If you talk enough, the truth will be in there somewhere, right? He said he has this Uber office job is doing him well, because everything he does, he always said it's doing him well. But when we do the exact same thing, then we are welfare frauds and all that kind of shit, right? And it'd be the same job. Anyway, he said that's doing him well. In the last couple of months, he's continually talking about Uber now. So he's taken off this facade about, oh, what's this a joke? Oh, they say I drive Uber. They say I drive, girl. Now it's I do drive Uber, and now it's I do drive Uber Eats. Hold on, I got to go make his call. Well, basically, he puts you on hold and say if he wants to accept the call or not. If he's going to accept the call, then he hangs up and go and does his Uber run to the airport or whatever the fuck, right? Then he comes back on, right? So he's been doing Uber Eats, and now apparently he's snaked his way into an Uber office job. Now, for the person who said that their employees were in Indonesia somewhere, that is not the truth. I live one train stop down from the Uber offices here in San Francisco. This is just a small town, and they got a fucking tower. The government shutdown. Girl, I've been through many government shutdown. That don't mean shit, girl. Nothing has ever been affected, honey. I'm near Jay Wilson's age, and I am almost 20 years into my second home. Ooh, that's right, baby. 20 years into you, so you paying on your actual house, not paying off interest. He just started first. Girl, he ain't paying nothing but interest. He's I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell it. I said, why don't you put a picture on the wall, nigga? Oh no, I can't have no picture on the wall. So I'm gonna sell it. And you can go down and get a tube of toothpaste, nigga, and cover up the goddamn hole. The fuck? You gonna live in that empty ass track house, girl, for how long you gonna live in it, Jay Wilson, before you sell it, girl? Because for it to be worth any goddamn thing, you got to be in there at minimum of 10 years. And I doubt it's going to grow that much because there's so much construction in it's not like you're buying a character home, right? A character home will hold its value because people are looking for a character home, a home with moldings, a home with fireplaces, an older home. That's what they bought. They went to buy, right? But people who are not interested in that, they just want a house. So they want a new house. every time you want just a new house in a place like Texas, you might as well build the damn thing, right? And if you're not going to build it, there's so many places that are new construction, right? So when he's going to sell his 7 or 10-year-old house, girl, he's competing with people who are just the next what do you call those things, cul-de-sac. They have 20 new houses, right? So you don't get that much equity when you have that kind of robust growth in a city, which is what's going on in Texas at this point, girl. They are abandoning California because it got so expensive, girl, and such a burden just to live that they said, well, we'll make a new frontier in Texas. Why? Because it's cheap and they can buy a house or build a house. That's what he would be competing with, girl. Right? If you look at pictures, if you go right now and look at Google Earth, you'll see these cranes all over goddamn Texas, girl, in almost every decent sized city. But who would talk about a goddamn house all the time? Miss Thing. Never mind. I was going to tell you about a conversation I had on the phone the other day, girl, about people in the goddamn houses, girl. About the principle of downsize. What are you downsizing from, girl? Tabby Cat says he bought a cookie cutter house, a cookie cutter. He need to do serious upgrade. He ain't did nothing to it since he got in there, girl. He got that same dilapidated old furniture. He bought all the furniture at one time, girl, for no more than but $150, right? He furnished the whole goddamn house. So I mean, each piece is worth like $5 and $10. One time he did a whole goddamn tour, and he would go through the house and show you with pride now about all his $5 chairs and the couch was $10. I said, but goddamn, nigga, is anything in your house worth more than $25? Right? He didn't show. At least he didn't show on that day. He seemed to cover the whole goddamn thing, girl. Braggarts. He gets what he deserves, honey. Mm-hmm. No serious upgrade. Couldn't you even at least put if you have a house, you can put a faux fireplace up in there, right? A gas burning fireplace. You ain't did nothing like that, girl. Just a simple old empty ass house, girl. It ain't big. It's not big because you can see from where he records it from his kitchen. You can see how close the wall is from there, girl. So it's not even a big house. He just presents it as a big house because it is a big house to him, being from the pitiful upbringing that he had, where he had all these people, there's 11 people, not only in the trailer, but we can only imagine what kind of house they moved into. Because I mean, how big was the upgrade from the trailer, girl? Right? And he had all these people in there, girl, and there was never any space. Jay Wilson has never even experienced his own bedroom, child, until he's a senior citizen. Many people consider 52 a senior citizen, honey. And he's just not getting his own bed. God knows how many roommates he had when he says he's working for Delta Airlines. Well, every airline attendant I ever met, they always had roommates, girl, because they weren't in any particular place that much. I mean, they might have had 2 different spots or whatever, but they always kept roommates, right? This boy ain't had his own shit, girl. So it's foolish for him to be on here bragging about it. He's still if you listen to every video he makes, that house always comes into a girl like it's one of his arms. He'll do anything to hold on to it, girl. Anything to hold on to it. So now he's working full time for Uber and overtime for Uber and doing Uber Eats. Has he ever said it? No. We had to wait for it to slip out, baby. Let it come on now. That truth want to get out. Jay Wilson child house belongs to the church. Good morning, Deanna Irving. Nothing is worth more than $25, folks. Not even the gas in your washer and dryer. He's got this thing about always having the cheapest shit, girl. Everything he gets is cheap. The house is cheap. Everything in the house is cheap. Everything in the house is really kind of pitiful, girl. Nothing ever goes with anything, girl. It's not like, ladies, listen. You know, there's a difference between going to a store where you have many selections and you pick out what you really want. You know what? I want to buy myself a couch, right? and you buy the couch you want. No. That's not Jay Wilson, girl. Jay Wilson buys from a hotel when they give the shit away. I keep trying to tell the punk all he had to do was wait until the place closed. All that shit that he didn't buy, it all goes in the dumpster, girl. So you just go back and get it for free, bitch. But even when he buys something, girl, it's always the cheapest shit you can get. When he buys a washer and dryer, you see almost when they pull him up online, somebody was making fun of him. All of them had this glass thing in front of it. I guess that's the modern style now. And they all had these little mini computers on there. You know, you push the buttons and all that. Not him. Now, they say the damn thing was new. I don't know. But even if it is new, he goes to the very last one, girl. What is the cheapest washing dryer you have? That's what he wants. He won't show he never shows his kitchen. You know why? Because he ain't got no stainless steel up in there, girl. He got the cheapest shit in his kitchen, right? Everything he shows you is the cheapest shit. It came out of a hotel room some goddamn where, girl. Older homes are harder to find. Have good really good architecture. I much rather have well, I don't know. I make mixed feelings because I like new construction things. I like things that are new, right? But I like old stuff in it. But if I lived in a character home that had moldings and, you know, all of the things, arches and all this stuff, then I think modern furniture looks better in that. For me, it has to be a juxtaposition, right? You don't want an old house with old furniture because it looks like your grandma's house, right? And you don't want a new place with new furniture. Bores me to tears. So it's all a matter of taste, child. But he's over there acting like he's got some grand thing going on there. I know a track house when I see one, honey. Mm-mm. He got it all from the hotel sale. He said he was so proud. Girl. Baby, let me find me a stack. Oh, I ain't gonna do it. Like they say I'm a brag about it. I would do it, girl. I have single pieces, girl, worth more than everything in that boy's house. Right? He says that, you in there crackerback. Try to explain to this boy, there's a difference between decorating and architecture, right? No matter how big your house is, I wouldn't give a goddamn if you got 27 rooms in your house. Each room has to be decorated and judged on its own merits. It's not like you go in the house, you got rooms. Nobody care about rooms, girl. We're talking about decoration, design. Where you are lacking, girl. You're lacking, Jay Wilson. You don't do more because you don't know how to do more, bitch. Right? He tells me that you can't be no decorator. You ain't got the degrees. You got the. Well, you're a prime example of why I don't feel like I need degrees, nigga. Oh, thank you, Deanna Irving. Sis Wilson would take this 20. Wait a minute. 20 in, remove his whole empty. Remodel his whole house, whole empty house with $20. Lord have mercy. He didn't spend much more than that or anything in there, girl. He got one picture over in the corner. And what with them tacky ass mirrors? I begged him. Last week I came on, I said, Jay Wilson, please, I'll send you something. Could you take those tacky ass mirrors off that wall, girl? And just sit there like you done something. So you moved in the house, right? You had, okay. Put that picture there. Okay, picture there. Okay, that room done. Let's go to the dining room. He done did the whole goddamn room, girl, 20 minutes. Oh, I'm gonna sell it. Foolish ass fool. Girl, work your fingers to the bone in that goddamn Uber, honey. Now you in the Uber office, work your ass to death, Miss Thing, trying to hold on to this house. Jay Wilson. I hope you get a lot out of it. I don't know when you're gonna sleep in it, bitch. I'm gonna marry Mark. Girl, you ain't gonna marry shit, bitch. You are this thing. If you were interested in having a relationship with somebody, girl, you would not be sitting up in that big ass house by yourself, bitch. On my first comments to him, one of the first things I said to him, I said, well, if you are having these financial problems, because he had the school people, they had figured out who he was and laid him off forever, right? A layoff, they're supposed to call you back, but I mean, the school's still there. Anyway, I said, why don't you just get a roommate? You could cut your mortgage in half. And the mortgage, they ain't that much in Texas, girl. I mean, this apartment right here is below market rate. It rents for $1,800 a month, right? So the rent on this apartment, girl, is more than likely more than your mortgage on that house in Texas, girl. I said, if you got a roommate, girl, you can charge them half, and then it would cut your mortgage in half. Right? Oh, I don't want nobody in here using my orange juice, drinking my milk, using my toilet. I said, okay, so what kind of selfish bitch she is, again, girl. Then go ahead and Jay Wilson and work your ass to death and have strangers roaming around in your goddamn house, girl, because you need the coin. Everything's about a coin, a coin, a coin. Maybe you have spent too much time worrying about a coin as opposed to actually accomplishing something. Maybe if you are an asset or have some value for these companies you keep getting fired from, girl, they might have kept you on and advanced you, girl, to where you will get a good job in the company, girl, and having a house would not be a big deal for you. It would be something standard. You would go around the office and ask, do you have a house? Yes, of course I have a house. You have a house? Yes, of course I got a house. And you will realize, girl, that isn't that big a deal to have a house. If you want that burden, girl. I mean, it's not a burden if you have a family. It's not a burden if you have a husband or a wife, right? Because you're people in there. But just to go and sacrifice your whole goddamn life where you're basically working around the clock, bitch, to keep a goddamn 4-bedroom house where you don't want nobody else to live there, girl. It don't make no sense to me. Stupid. Oh, I'm going to sell it. You better hurry get to selling, bitch. You're 53 years old, girl. It's almost over. I don't know how much equity that you're gonna gain in the next 6 years, girl. I can't imagine to be that much. And they don't give a fuck if you put a picture on the wall. They would assume that, but he lived here for 10 years. I would assume he have a picture on the goddamn wall. I mean, it ain't like it's the newest thing in the world, girl, to buy something for your goddamn house. What have you done to improve the house? Will you at least, Jay Wilson, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. At least buy shrubbery for your backyard, girl. You look like you just moved in there. Can you buy a little tiny tree? I mean, how much does a tree cost, girl? Plant some shrubbery around until you're not out there looking at a brick wall, bitch. Thank you for the super chat, Deanna. I appreciate you. About his house, no one. Wait a minute, Beetlejuicy. Beetlejuice. IBC. I don't know what that means. About his house, I do know one of the choir members is a realtor. Oh, what have we here? I know her name and business location. Oh, Jay Wilson. Jay Wilson. Are you mean to tell me that the only reason you got into that house is because one of the choir members was a realtor? He did make mention that he was friends with a realtor at some point, right? Oh, so the woman talked. Oh, Lord have mercy. Is that what it comes down to, Jay Wilson? Is that what it was? You were just a regular nigga living in a regular apartment, and you want to put the choir together. The choir department said, "Oh, this place so small. Oh, this place so small. You know, I'm in the business. Call me 24/7. Oh no, we can fix that income where it looks steady over the course of the thing, and I can get you in a house, right?" So this was the idea of one of his choir members. Oh, girl, we'll never know the real truth about this punk. He's supposed to be a holy man. He's the biggest liar on here, girl. Beetlejuice dropping jewels. Oh, maybe we got to call that woman, honey. Girl, give us the rundown, girl. And tell us how long after he moved into the house did he lose that job? He only kept the job with Strader long enough to qualify for the loan, girl. Immediately after that, he did what he always does, and he got fired again, girl. These people are in business, honey. They're serious about their business. This is not a charity. Incompetent ass. Choir members, the realtor girl. Lord have mercy. If she don't want to talk you into putting the church in the house in the church's name, he came on here. Oh, my house ain't nobody on my deed but my house. Ain't nobody on my deed. He said, oh, I'm with Five Babe. Five Babe told him, oh, I'm with Five Babe. Do you hear what Five Babe said? Oh, so we're supposed to be checking your information based on the postings of Five Monster. Like she's a real estate queen because she done backed her way into this goddamn dilapidated old hotel room, girl. Jay Wilson, wouldn't it be easier to just to prove your case by yourself, girl? Just take the paperwork. Say, here's my name right here. Only one name on there. You see that? That's my name is Jay Wilson. No, we got to go through 5-8 of all people. Lord have mercy. Well, Deanna, if you weren't here, the tea today is you got to go back and watch the replay. Jay Wilson on today in his 3-hour video said that he had a job. He said that his desk job at Uber was doing him good. Of course, whatever he said, if he worked at McDonald's, he'd be building how good McDonald's, how much better job he got at McDonald's. Oh, I got the potential for management. Oh, you ask him about his fat ass. Oh, it's gonna be more going on March 1st. March 1st is gonna be gone. What y'all gonna say then? I'm gonna lose mine. You gonna lose yours. All of America is struggling to lose weight, girl. But you got a date for yours? Whatever. He admitted that he's working a desk job at Uber. He is driving for Uber. He is doing Uber Eats, and he is got a desk job there, right? So what we're suggesting is he has lost that job that he was bragging about 3 months ago, where he said he had a 2-year contract, right? When he went through the training program, he was more than likely a chaplain, right? And after he finished the program, they put him into a job. This job, he said he had a 2-year contract, right? Except for now, we see that he no longer has that job, girl. So even a job that has got guaranteed him 2 years before they reviewed his work, girl has chosen to get rid of him in 3 months or less. Because we don't know exactly how much less, because we don't know when he lost the job. How soon was it to the time he was hired, girl? Because he ain't said a goddamn thing about this job since then, girl. All he been doing is working for Uber, whether at the desk or in the car, round the clock. Is Uber. And all of a sudden now he needs a new car. He needs a new car because Uber is requiring him to have a new car, girl. Because now he is a full-time employee of his. There's no way he could be a full-time employee of Uber and drive and Uber Eats and make 2 and 3, 4-hour videos on YouTube, girl, and then reporting for another 8-hour job. That's impossible to do. You can't do it. Mark, you get your boo a snowsuit for Christmas. I don't know what the president. He even came on and had to brag about the president. Get a nigga a wallet, girl, please, bitch. Jay Wilson, go and buy that. That boy is 20 years younger than you. He deserves more than a $10 wallet for Christmas, girl. You are an old man, a fat old man, girl, a fat old man with a horrible personality. Least you could do is pay like you weigh, right? That man should be getting light bill taken care of, PG&E, yard work, yard lawn work. I don't know what the fuck he's hanging around with your ass for. If you ain't gonna pay, bitch, you old ass motherfucking pervert, girl. What does he do? Hold his nose when he gotta fuck you, girl? You need to pay. You owe that boy, honey. And if he marries you, then he is a goddamn fool. And he needs to have his ass locked up for a while so he can think about it, honey. Mark, don't go into that shit. So Uber has they have desk job in them with desk. His big ass can't fit behind no desk. That might have been that broom closet he showed us. That might be at Uber. We don't know where the hell that office was. He said he has a desk job there, girl. Something you can get right out of high school. Mm-hmm. Got for Christmas. Got him for Christmas. Honey, babe, Jay Wilson, he's so scandalous and cheap, girl. He probably expected Mark to give him the same thing. So, Mark, go out there and buy him a cheeseburger and fries, girl, because that's about the same price. What is cheeseburger and fries? No, get a double cheeseburger, fries with a Coke. That's about what, $10? That's what they charge at McDonald's. So you go get him a McDonald's bag and y'all be even, girl. I don't know what the hell that boy is sitting over there. Mark, you're wasting your youth. You're throwing away your youth on this old man. He ain't even got enough respect. You should be buying him a car, nigga. That's just my opinion. Sugar daddy with no sugar. Bitch, please. Because you got to pay everything into that goddamn house. You can't even buy yourself no new clothes because that goes to the mortgage. That goes to the mortgage. Oh, my mortgage is paid. Oh, my mortgage is paid. Everybody who's not evicted, their mortgage is paid, bitch. Hi, viewers of you. Hope you're feeling better. So it's going to be our year, honey. Call it out, baby. Our year for feeling better. Mm-hmm. Jay Wilson sold prayer cloths together for seat covers. Then they come on there and brag about, oh, we didn't make no profit from the prayer cloth. Oh, we didn't make. Well, why did you do it then, girl? Surely it was not to get a prayer through. Why even make them? We didn't get no profit. What happened to the $15 then, girl? I hope you didn't make that old crazy woman, Vivian, pay for all those goddamn fabric, because she did all the sewing, honey, and the shipping. So she did everything basically, girl, and just put your name on it and put your name on it. I don't want to call nobody no hoe. I hope you didn't put that burden on that woman, taking advantage of handicap. He probably did. And she probably sit up there and sent him the $15. Lord have mercy. Mark said, I'll be right back. I got to go get some cigarettes. He left that on Christmas Day. He got in his car. He said, wait a minute, you don't smoke. I hope that boy ain't up there rubbing on that old man, fat old fool, going to trick somebody into be with his ass and then immediately start eating. I'm sure Mark would, at early beginning when you're trying to figure out your people out, you might say, God damn, you do enjoy a good meal. I'm going to marry Mark someday. I'm going to marry, girl, that man ain't going to live with you. If he moved in with your ass, he'd be a goddamn fool. You always bragging about he got his own hair, he got his own heart, he got his own. But girl, if he got all that, I don't understand why he's over there fucking some old man. I probably ain't fucking you. We don't even know what you can do, Jay Wilson. I mean, you have to be what they call oral. No, the sugar for him goes in the greens. And you can't even cook. Woo! Too much beer belly. Can't even find that peen. He sure can't. He sure can't get nothing in that big flat fabby ass of his either, girl. Ooh, that thing got no kind of shape to it or nothing. He probably just still had the skin from when he lost the last time. We don't never know that if he actually had surgery, he would never admit it, girl. We don't know a goddamn thing about that boy's history. Maybe he just had bags of flab there, so the chitlings and the fried foods and all the fried chicken and stuff, that just filled up those bags again. So he's back to his original weight. This is the real Jay Wilson, right? He only had a probably a year, maybe something like that, where he was not huge, but that took a whole lot of work, didn't it, Jay Wilson? And now you in your 50s, girl. So if it took that much work for you in your 40s or late 30s, imagine how much work it would take for you to take all that flab and fat off in your 50s, bitch. in your 50s. I got a belly, girl. I have been skinny. Miss thing, I wore a 29 waist until I was well into my 30s, right? And then you get to be a certain age, and so we supposed to hold on to March 1st, Jay Wilson. We're gonna hold on. We supposed to hold on to March 1st, girl. Nigga, keep your clothes on, Jay Wilson. We know that you thought when you were doing your striptease for cash apps, girl, we know that's probably the best you've ever looked in your entire life. So when you looked into the camera, you saw something sexy, right? Because you're comparing yourself to your 450-pound self, right? But for the rest of us, what is this old man with this goddamn taco meat on his chest and his flaccid ass skin, girl, and them sagging, drooping titties? What the fuck is he doing? We want to give, if you're going to give us something, girl, giving us something we can feel. We want to see biceps and triceps, girl. You a black man. You're supposed to have a cut stomach, girl. Something. When you start taking your clothes off, bitch. I feel sorry for Mark. Don't do it, Mark. There's a good chance that Marcus went on anyway and got himself some more. He may have other boyfriends, everything else, because he just hung that husband suit on him way too fast, honey. You meet somebody 3 days later and you calling them like your partner. It tells me that you intend on lying about this thing from the very beginning. It's all been a lie, right? If you are working around the clock to try to hold on to this house, girl, when are you and then you say you're going to the gym for several hours. When exactly are you supposed to be with him? When does that occur? The man has kids, right? So are his kids with him on the weekends? When does he have time for your fat ass? Oh, that's boo. I got a boo. Oh, that's boo. Everything has to be bragged on, girl. I got fingers. Look at that. I got real fingers. These are my fingers. Oh, that's my fingers. Stupid ass nigga. All peen shall rebuke Jay Wilson from yesterday forward. How they gonna get into that ass, girl? I'm a bisexual. Line number one. And I'm a top. Line number two. Your coming out, girl, consisted of two questions, and you failed them both. You lied about both things, girl. You ain't nobody's top. You ain't got nobody to top nobody with, nigga. You top them with dildos. Y'all don't know, honey. These are the modern times, girl. They even got things now where you put the peen goes into this rubber thing, like a dildo, right? But the peen goes inside of it, right? And then it wraps around the nuts, right? So you person who ain't got no dick, girl, can have a big dick, right? The only problem is they don't feel anything because it's not their dick. Now the bottom could feel something, like closing their eyes. And Mark might have insisted on this if he said he's a top. The bottom will feel something because the thing is mushy like a dick, right? It has a little bit of give in it, right? But as far as Jay Wilson feeling anything, he don't feel nothing, girl. You have to have a dick to feel sex, right? We can't even imagine what other nasty filth is going on in there, girl, because we know how you church queens are. You church sissies are some of the nastiest motherfuckers on the planet. Particularly when you're the types who have suppressed their sexuality for 50 years, girl. You're the nastiest motherfuckers I've ever encountered, girl. I said, no, I'm not doing that, girl. I came here to fuck you. I'm not going to piss in your mouth. Sorry. Hi, Shirley. That's the same members. I have members in my family named Shirley. You threw up or you imagined his peen? I bet Mark in there saying, could we turn the lights down? Oh no. He wobble his ass over to the light thing. He's dimmed the light. I did on the dimmer. He was over there bragging about he has a dimmer on his chandelier yesterday. I said, Jay Wilson, a dimmer is $7.99 to $9.99. Nigga, what are you bragging on, girl? You're bragging about a $7.99 dimmer, right? 2 wires, girl. What are you bragging about, bitch? Mark said, could you turn them off? And could you close the door to the bathroom, girl? Pitch black. Mark, go over to your real boyfriend's house and let this bullshit go, child. Just block me after calling it. What happened? Oh, Kay Brunson, Jay Wilson just blocked me after calling him Pastor Pizza. Pastor Chuck E. Cheese. Pastor Chuck E. Cheese. Nigga, if you're going to have the weight gone by March 1st, can we see a little sample? Isn't it supposed to be a progression? Or is it true, like some people are rumoring, that you plan on getting some kind of lap band or some kind of surgery, and then you know what day it's going to go off because you know what date the surgery is going to be, right? Is that it, Jay Wilson? Don't all those people kind of require you to lose weight before they perform surgery on your punk ass? So you should be losing weight no matter what, whether you're going to have surgery or whether you've convinced yourself that you're going to somehow lose some weight. Shouldn't you be losing weight right now, girl? We should not be able to witness the ever expanding size of your ass right now. What's going on right now? To hell with the future. Like Deanna said the other day, who cared about the past? What's going on right now? And right now, you have sat up here and talked about people's weight while you are a fucking shamu for months. And we only call it because of a camera slip. You've been lying about that as well, girl. You didn't tell, oh, I'm a little fluffy. I can cook. Fluffy my ass, bitch. You big fat motherfucker. Maybe Mark like bears. I want me a bear. I can lay on this fat stomach. Well, if that's the case, Mark, we whip. We all we can do is weep. That poor child. I mean, I can understand it, Mark. Listen, if I was gonna hook up with some old dude, I can understand. I can feel it. I've always believed in the gay world, or this 10-year rule, right? Men with successful careers, there's usually about 10 years difference in the age of their partner. I've always kind of believed that, right? But Mark, when they're not bringing their beauty to the table, they need to bring a whole lot of other stuff, right? To make it right, right? There's no reason, Mark, that you should have to pay your own mortgage or rent. You know, you sitting there laying with that fat motherfucker rolling around pretending you're having a good time, girl. You have to pretend that you are having a good time with something like that, girl. You got to sit up and you let the thing kiss you in the mouth. Oh, Mark, you could do a whole lot better. You should not be paying your PG&E. You should not be paying your water bill if you have one. You should not be paying any of your small bills for sure. And I would think that he should at least be paying half your rent. If he's not willing to do that, he says he ain't doing nothing for nobody. He ain't giving nobody no money back. And he ain't buying you shit but a $10 wallet. Girl, you could do better. You want to be with an old man, make him pay. To make up the difference. Because you're sacrificing your youth. You only go around one time, baby. You're going to have one chance at it. You could be rolling around the bed with somebody who you're actually attracted to, somebody who you actually have a decent conversation with, someone that actually appreciates you on your same level, honey. You don't need to marry some kind of validate some old pervert, honey, for free. Right? I'm sure you're embarrassed when he came to your family gathering. Wasn't that embarrassing for you? Oh, I came out to my family, and then you could bring some shit like that in the house? Not on my watch. I'm sure that was inside of your mother's, in her bosom, girl. Mark got a polar bear in that cold ass house, right? I said, Jay Wilson, why can't you just turn the heat on, nigga? Jay Wilson. Jay Wilson, please, I beg you, could you throw that sweater away? Right? I mean, I don't know what it's going to take to get you to understand anything, girl. You don't understand that it is nasty for a grown man, an old grown man, girl. They'll come on here with the same clothes on every day. Now, you're living the life. That's how crackheads live, girl. Crackheads never change their clothes, right? What is your excuse, girl? I mean, has Amazon gotten so far out of your price range, girl, that you can't even go and buy yourself a 4X shirt, 4 or 5X, whatever it takes, girl. I'm gonna lose the weight. I'm gonna lose the weight. So lose the weight and buy you some 3Xs, right? It's nasty, Jay Wilson. You wear the same clothes every day, girl. Surely you have more than 5 shirts. I mean, come on, dude. Every nickel. That's why I mean you're a slave to the house. You are a slave to the rhythm. You're a slave to it, Jay Wilson, because you're walking around the clock and you're not accomplishing anything but supporting a lifestyle that which you don't need. It's dumb. You don't like it when I call you stupid and dumb. You start naming off your degrees, your online degrees, girl. No, it's dumb. It's dumb. You could be living the life of Riley, girl, if you stay within your means, bitch. Y'all didn't like his washer and dryer. I said, well, goddamn, what, can't you get stainless steel? I mean, you're gonna have this damn thing for the next 20 years, right? What's the cheapest one you got? Oh, I want to buy a wallet. What's the cheapest one you got? Everything is the cheapest off the sale rack, girl. Don't you never want to just go out and buy something that you like, honey? What's wrong with that? And Jay Wilson, you've been in the house 7 years, you say. I don't know what the big deal is there. I've been in my apartment 11 years. I don't know what the big what's so big about 7 years, but do you think maybe it's time for a remodel? You say, you know what? This time I've been working my ass to the bone. I've been working and working and working and working. Ain't nothing changed in 7 years. Maybe it is time for me to take those mirrors off the wall. And maybe it is time for me to actually go out and buy some furniture. Instead of criticizing everybody else's furniture, why don't I go out and buy furniture? Remodel my house, upgrade, honey. Do something to it, girl. How could you sit up there and look at that goddamn wall looking like that, girl, for 7 years? If your home is your life, this is where you get all your identity from. Don't you want it to look decent or nice? Shouldn't the items that are in your house be a reflection of something that you actually like? Shouldn't you actually go to a gallery and buy some real artwork, right? And invest in something? Think about that, Jay Wilson. Think about that. Maybe it's time to take that cheesy little tacky ass wire thing with the wood, like a picture, like a window with the little wires in there. Aren't those $4.99? If you love your house so much, Jay Wilson, don't have no $4.99 artwork on the wall. That is a disrespect. When he turned sideways, I was like, what in the entire fuck has he been eating? He been eating whole pigs, Tabby Cat. Do you know you can buy a whole pig? Girl, we didn't see the whole garage. Maybe in the front he got some couple of freezers, girl, where he buy whole pigs. But the nigga prefers fast food. Honey, he always got him on call. Everybody always knocking on the door. Oh, that, hold on a minute, girl. I gotta get this food order, girl. And then after he gets finished, then he can microwave it, heat it up, so we ain't gotta see him eat and push all that stuff in his face. Eating disorder, I believe, is the language he used. That ain't nothing I made up. That's what he said. Mm-hmm. The entire fuck is what he been eating. Lord have mercy. Everything cheap, disgusting. Anyway, people. Oh Lord, we've been here an hour and a half. Lord have mercy. I wish we're gonna have a better year, right? We got to call it out. We got to name it and claim it, baby. Although this one wasn't a bad one for me. It's actually been pretty cool. The health has been in check. I'm a happy person. So I guess next year I hope for it to be even better. Oh yeah, we're gonna have another booklet next year. So that's what's consuming me right now. So I'm hoping you guys, your life will continue to be better. Better. I am. 1 minute. Never would have made it. Never could have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see how you were there for me, and I can say that I'm stronger, I'm wiser, I am better, much better. When I look back over all he done for me, I can see that he's the one. All right, people. Y'all have a good goodbye, Deanna Irving. Goodbye, all you guys, viewers of you, Tabby Davis. All right, next thing we gotta have is New Year. Y'all can get drunk later.